Graham here with the latest from We Share Abundance. We are a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world, and our mission is to banish poverty on a global scale. Magnificent. Okay, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'm going to head over there right now because if and when things go wrong, that's where they tend to happen. So let me go to Facebook. And when I get there, I'll be looking for the group We Share Abundance Publicly. And when I get there, I'll be looking for the 8th of February. And so far, so good. I'm going to make sure my speaker is off so we don't get any feedback. And I'm going to click it. Oops. I don't know what I clicked there, but it wasn't the right thing. I'm going to click a little link somewhere to expand, and then we will have comments from people. But we've got a black spot where we should have the video. Let's have a look at Melon app again. It should be working, but it doesn't appear to be. Let me go back to Facebook. Don't know what's wrong there. Refresh the page, see if that helps. Maybe. Okay, I'm hoping that this is coming through. We've got Deborah in from the USA, and she's telling me it is loud and clear. Good. She is top of the comments list as well, which sometimes takes some doing. We get a lot of people that sometimes get in early, but we also get people that come in late. So we've got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, US of A. As I was saying, we are a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world, and we love to have citizens from every continent, country, color, class, creed, gender, background, financial status, educational level. None of it matters because we're a non-separatist organization. We just see everybody as a human being, and we don't pigeonhole them because they're fat, thin, old, young, active, lazy, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? We recognize that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer to our community and should be treated with equal love and respect, and they are. All we ask is you come with a positive mental attitude, a willingness to share love and abundance, and we'll show you the path to true happiness, which can only be found through loving service to others. We have a little prayer that we'll get going with in a moment, in a couple of minutes, and that helps us to find that path to true happiness. A lot of people think that they'll be happy when they have a house, a car, a lot of money, more time. You can't buy happiness. It can only be earned through loving service to others. And the great thing about that is that once you do attract or go out with that mission in mind to just help others selflessly through unconditional love, everything you want in life naturally flows to you, and you are blessed with that true everlasting happiness from within. Material objects will give you short-term pleasure in their acquisition, but soon they become boring and you want something new or more or bigger or better. Happiness through loving service to others can never be destroyed. It is always there within you, and everything else is just there, and whenever you need something, it'll come to you. And we've got Richard in from Devon in the UK as well, saying hi. And we also have a little affirmation that we do. We've got Lewis in from Portugal in YouTube, and he's let me know YouTube is okay. Apparently it was okay in Facebook. It was just my what do you call it? My Facebook didn't behave as it should, and it all went black. But apparently it was working because Deborah said it was, and I trust her. Okay. So yeah, we have a little affirmation that will follow the prayer, and the affirmation is to help us shed any prejudice, any disharmony, that we may stay true to our non-separatist ideology and see everybody just as human beings. It's not easy. It's a wonderful thing to strive for. The same as unconditional love. It isn't easy to love everybody, regardless of who they are, what they've been, what they've not been, what they've done, what they haven't done. But it's still a wonderful thing to strive for. And we've got Kingsley in from Manchester and Norman in from Doncaster, both in the UK. Right, so let's get going with the short prayer. I know Avazu have a webinar on at the moment as well, and they've got another one for distributors only, I think, at 8 o'clock. So if you're a distributor, you'll probably want to be on that one at 8 o'clock. It's a general one, I think, running now on questions and answers. I mention that because Avazu, we have a lot of members that are also members of Avazu. Okay, let's get started. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and through that love bless each member, that they may find the joy of service, and through service bless each member, Lord, that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need in life. Amen. Okay, that's our little prayer. Nice, isn't it? And we have an equally short affirmation which goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, right, we have the formalities over. There is, of course, a massive disaster in northern Turkey, Syria. We do have a third-party program that is setting up offices in Turkey, but they're not affected by the trouble that the earthquake has caused, fortunately. But there are thousands of people that are already classed as or already classified dead. You know, the count is going up constantly, and they are searching still in the rubble for survivors. It's a really bad situation. Add to that, we've got this war still going on in the Ukraine. Russia says they're not at war. But how can you say you're not at war when you're firing missiles into towns and cities and shooting people? And yeah, it's unbelievable that there's so much going on, and there's a lot of strife and trouble in so many countries around the world, and the economic situation in the world doesn't make things any better. Keep everyone in our prayers. Keep We Share Abundance in your prayers, because as We Share Abundance gathers strength and stabilizes its economy, because we have in place the treasury, the social services, the currency, the economy, but we're now putting in place the industries to stimulate our economy, the services and the products that we have to offer. And once these start having an impact and we have greater liquidity and value of our currency, then we will be able to make a bigger impact on what we're able to do, not just for our members, but also outside of our community, and tackle the root cause of suffering, which largely is caused through mankind's ignorance in the way that they go about their lives. Not blaming anybody individually or anything like that, but if everybody had or strove for unconditional love in their life in the same way that the great saints have always done, we have a lot of Christians, and we have a lot of all different religions here, but in fact, all of the religions, as far as I'm aware, preach being good to people, being good to your neighbor, having that unconditional love. You look at the life of Jesus, which is pretty well documented for a religious leader, if you like, although he lived so many years ago. There are lots of accounts about what he did, and his life was just filled with love, and he treated everybody with loving respect, regardless of their color, class, or creed, or anything else. He was born a Jew at a time when they were being persecuted as a nation by Roman occupation. It's a wonderful life story. It's not the only one. There have been lots of other saints in the world that have struggled through so many things, but the thing that links them all together is this undeniable and wonderful love that they have for humanity. And if we can foster that throughout the world and help people have the attitude of unconditional love and service to others, we can help make the world a better place. Okay, and we have Bozina in from Scotland, up in Edinburgh. No, Edinburgh up in Scotland. Boom. So what's been going on? Well, we've done pretty well with things today in many ways. In support, we've done not in support, in the development, we tracked down why the randomization for levels 1 and 2 in the pools wasn't working correctly. It was explained to me by Devyani, but I'm not going to try and explain it to you because I don't fully understand the explanation either. But she knows how to correct it. She's not corrected it yet. It needs a lot of checking to make sure it doesn't interfere with other things. But it basically is because when we were doing the randomization previously, we shut down the website. And now as we're doing this in the background automatically, and the website isn't shut down, it's running things and they are interfering with one another. So there are changes that need to be made, but we need to make sure that they don't adversely affect anything else. But that was a wonderful thing to find out why it was going wrong. As I say, I got a big explanation from Devyani, but I didn't fully understand it, so it's no good me trying to explain that beyond what I've already said. We are now in the process of granting access to our new support team. We've not even contacted them yet, because until we get that access, we can't start the training and things for them. So that access is being the priority for development, and then we'll have more people on the support team. It'll ease up the pressure because we had a few people that weren't available for various reasons. One of our support team just came back today, somebody who's been studying, and they've got through all their exams, and he's always been a good, positive member of our community. So we welcome Peter back into the support team. But we have half a dozen or so new support team members that we want to get in, but we need to get them access into the administration areas, and so that is what we'll be working on tomorrow there to bolster that up, because as we get more members coming in, which will happen with the marketing campaign we have for the Turnkey Cash Cow program, we will get a lot of new members. We're not going to get hundreds of Turnkey Cash Cow members. It would be lovely if we do, but we're going to get quite, tens, 20, 30, 40, 50 Turnkey Cash Cow members in a month. But we're going to get also a lot of members that are at different levels, and there will be therefore an increase in questions from members, although most of the things that we get asked, there is information on the website for, but sometimes it's difficult to find your way around a website, and we accept that. And so the support team do a wonderful job with patience in pointing people in the right direction. They say that a good teacher shows people where to look, but not what to see. Okay, so we will be bolstering that support team up. We've got some people that have volunteered, and we just want to get them access in there and get them trained up, ready for the influx of new members. And we may need also a few people on the KYC team, because all the members that come in need to go through KYC to become properly active. It's a simple process. They've only got to verify that they're a real human being by having a photo ID. But it's a process that we need to perhaps help our existing team with a few more members there as well. But we'll get it all sorted out as we get the access granted for the administration people, for the support people into the administration area. Okay. On my side, I've been keeping up with things and not really done an awful lot new, apart from on the Afrique arbitrage system. I'm still working on getting to grips with everything and how everything works. It's not well explained either on the site or even in the Telegram group, because there are language and communication difficulties, and some things are in messages, and there is no clear path, if you like, to everything that needs to be done. But I'm gradually getting to grips with it. And I did a video today which outlines what I've found out about it. I'm still not sure whether it is the best thing since sliced bread or the biggest scam ever perpetrated. But I'm leaning towards the sliced bread version, simply because of its scale, really. I can't imagine anybody thinking that they could get away with, and it is quite transparent who is behind all this. I can't imagine anybody thinking that they could get away with a scam on this scale in any way. And so I'm thinking that it has to be a real and very good opportunity for people to get involved in. You can get involved from $20, but if you only put in $20 in and you're not referring anybody, and referral income isn't massive, unless you find some people that put in a lot of money, because you only get paid, I think it's 5%. It is 5% of whatever somebody makes. So if somebody puts in $20 and they make 1% of $20, or even 2% of $20, you're only looking at like 40 cents a day, I think, isn't it? 40 cents a day. And 5% of that is 2 cents. So you're not going to get rich on a lot of small investments until they grow and grow and grow. The more people that you bring in, the more few cents here and there that you'll make. And as it grows, yeah, in time it will make you rich. But investing or depositing $20, which is the minimum, you would not be able to withdraw anything for about 4 months, because it would take that long to build up your income to over the $50 mark, which is the minimum withdrawal. To get a withdrawal within the first month or so, you need to be looking at between 70 as a minimum and $100 to get a withdrawal within a month or so. If you are looking at $70, you're looking at about 37 days, I think I worked it out at. If you've got $100, you're looking at 31 days. So somewhere between 70 and 100, you only have to wait about a month to make a withdrawal of $50. So if you can do it and you want to get involved and you think it is a genuine program, then $70 and upward is the best place to get in. But if you can't get in at $70 and you've only got 20, or maybe you've only got 10, get together with somebody else who's only got 10 and get in as a joint venture at $20. It's more important to get involved than to not be involved, because you can't raise $70. But you have to make your own mind up on what you think of it. It's and I've tried to give the information that I can for everybody to have a good look at. And I sent it out in the but there should be a message in your inbox, and I also sent it out to people that are subscribed to my mailing lists. for them to have a look at and make their own mind up. And if you choose to get involved, fine. And if you choose not to get involved, that's fine as well, you know. We, as We Share Abundance, got involved at a really conservative $100 level. But we are making some referral income, and let me tell you, we got involved on the 25th of January, and where are we now? The 8th. I should know the 8th, shouldn't I? So it's just a couple of weeks ago. Let me find our account. We've got $100 invested. We've withdrawn $50, and we have now $7, which has come in since we made that withdrawal, which is from referral earnings. So as I say, referral earnings are not massive, but in a couple of weeks, we've got $23.97, which is pretty good, isn't it? At only 5%. Gradually, we will be able to build that up. If it sticks around for a while and we have more confidence in it, we'll perhaps be able to bring in more funds and get things moving along a little bit better, because the returns are second to none. They are very, very high, especially if you are able to compound them. There's no automatic compounding at the moment, but they are planning. I've lost Facebook. Okay, I've got it back. They are planning, I believe, to introduce automatic compounding in the not too distant future. Okay, we've got Kingsley. Any way of organizing 50,000 group just like TRX? No. It was a nightmare for TRX, Kingsley. I've got far too much on my plate. I wish I hadn't organized anything for lots of things in some ways, because they do take up a lot of time, and there's no real advantage in it. You don't get any more income anyway for putting $50,000 worth together. You're still only getting 1.65% per day, no matter whether you put in $20 or $20 million. They do have a 10-day period at the end of the month, and it runs into the beginning of the next month, where they give you increased returns. And what it does on average, roughly, is it means that your average for most months is around about 2% per day, which is extremely good, 7 days a week. If you were able to compound that on a daily basis, the results would be staggering. I don't know whether they will sort of, at the moment, even if you top up, even if you add more funds in, you know, suppose you've got a $100 account like we have, and you decide that you want to add another $100. You can deposit $100 into your account, but once it's deposited, it can take 2 days before it goes in as an investment. Basically, it gets added within about an hour of you having received 2 daily rewards 24 hours apart. So for example, if your daily rewards come in at 9 a.m. and you deposit $100 at 9:10, it's going to take you 48 hours before 48 to 49 hours actually, before that deposit registers. But if you deposit that $100 at 8:50, 10 minutes before you receive a payment, then you'll get your first payment 10 minutes after you've deposited. Your second payment will come in 24 hours later at 9 o'clock the next day. And then within an hour of that second payment, your deposit will be registered. So in a case like that, you'll get your deposit in there within 25 hours. I don't think there's any way you can do it in actually dead on 24 hours, but you can do it in under 25 hours if you time it perfectly. If you don't, you're looking at 48 to 49 hours. But there is no advantage in terms of earning more for having a bigger balance. It's just that the percentage on $1,000 is 10 times as much as you would get on $100. So from an individual point of view, you know, if you get involved with $20, whether you're in a big group of people that put in a massive amount together, you're not going to be any better off. You're still not going to get any cash out any quicker. So there you go. And we've got Andrew Dean in, who says he'll watch the replay because he's missed a bit. He's in from New Zealand, where it is Thursday morning, a summery Thursday morning. It's been a nice, beautiful winter's day here in the southwest peninsula of England. It's been cold, but it's been dry and sunny and fresh and clean. It's not been humid and damp. It's been a beautiful day. A little bit of a cold breeze, but lovely day. Okay, so no, that we won't be organising. In fact, I don't think I will ever again organise any more investment club features unless things have changed drastically and I have a lot of free time and we can also build it in into the development so that I don't have to calculate things and manually look after things. Okay, so that's a fairly comprehensive answer to just say no to you, Kingsley. Sorry about that. Okay. So that is worth looking at anyway, the AAS, and it's up to you if you get involved or not and at what level. We are still helping people with Beyond Infinity. That is a $50 one-time payment. That will get you retired comfortably, but it's going to take time. You know, you're looking at 5 to 6 years before you're pulling out a strong income from that plan if you do nothing at all. You can drastically reduce that pretty quickly if you start earning some commissions, because it's the only way that you can add to your passive balance is through commissions. You can't pay out of pocket. The most you can put into Beyond Infinity is $50. And if you register with the We Share Abundance admin accounts, we'll give you $35 back, which is essentially the commission we make on your $50 payment. Okay, so we are getting very close to $5,000 that we have helped our members with now. But I don't think there's been, well, there were some this morning, but there hasn't been much going on through the day, which has freed me up a little bit in that. And that is that is a strong program. If you choose to be passive or you choose to be active, you should find your way around the website. Go through all the tabs, read all the information, watch all the videos so that you know exactly what it's all about. And then if you choose to be passive or active, whichever, you have all the information, and it's all there on the website. Your net cost of that, as I say, is just $15. So $15 one time, retire in 5 to 6 years with a weekly pay rise. Can't be bad. We also are still in the challenge period for Vortic. Oh, before I get on to Vortic, our sponsor Victoria Leal is very well connected with the programmers and the developers and the people behind the Beyond Infinity plan, and they have a Zoom call tonight. Can't remember what time. I think it's I should know when it is. Let me see, just a minute. I did send this out as a message as well. Oh, it's not there. Here it is. Here it is. I can find the time for you. Wednesday, February the 8th. Where's the time? Oh, here we go. At 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we're looking at 2 a.m. tomorrow if you're in the UK. I'm sure there will be a replay, but if you are somewhere where that is a more convenient time for you, like if you're in the States at 9 o'clock and you're on the Eastern Seaboard, you're in that Eastern time zone, it's 9 p.m. If you're in the Pacific time zone, what is it? It's a 3-hour difference, isn't it? So it'll be 6 p.m. In the Pacific time zone. Of course, if you're here, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I will be snuggled up, warm and comfortable and in bed. So I won't be on the webinar. But I sent the details out. That it should be in your inbox as well. And it'll help you. You will probably have the opportunity to get any questions answered. And I think they're announcing some new aspects and things. As I say, there will be a replay, I'm sure, but if you can get on the live ones, it's always good. We've got Jay Torres in from California. Hi there, Jay. California, here I come, right back where I started from. Yeah, okay. I like California. I like Southern California particularly, but I love Northern California as well. Politically, I'm not thrilled with the way it's gone in the last, how long since I left California? It's about 17 years. Wow, time flies. 17 years since I left California, but I enjoyed my life there very, very much. There was another thing I've been posting, and that came from South Pacific, the film South Pacific. Oscar Hammerstein wrote the lyrics to Happy, Happy Talking, Happy Talk. Talk about things you like to do. If you don't have a dream, you gotta have a dream, or how you gonna make a dream come true. And I've had that posted up a few places as well, with a little image, and it's very true. You've got a dream, but you've got to turn that dream into reality through actively pursuing your dream. Whatever you actively pursue with determination and emotion, you will achieve. Okay, so where was I up to? Yeah, okay, so that's Beyond Infinity. They've got that Zoom. Vortic still have their challenge on, and while that challenge is still there, we're still trying to get to the first level of that challenge with 5 people that invest $300 or more. They've got to be new investors, I think, that invest. No, I don't think they have to be new investors. They have to be new investments, I think, in that period. I'm not sure whether they need to be new investors as well. But, but at the moment, we've only got 2. If we get the other 3 in, we've got until the 25th of February. Then those 5 people that get us up to that level will all get a $70 bonus. And anybody that is making a deposit in Vortic at the moment gets a 10% rebate from us. That basically is the commission we would earn. We're giving it back to the members just to boost that. It's got to be a deposit of over 300 for us to qualify for the challenge that they've got, which will get us the extra cash that will enable us to pay the extra 72 people. We've had one person that I think probably because of processing fees and things deposited $299 and some cents, and that is great, you know, but it doesn't help us with our challenge. So he gets his 10% from us, but he won't be qualified for the extra $70 if we meet that first qualification. We've got to have 5 people that invest over 300. We've got Jay Torres. The rep told me it has to be new investors. They are not giving me the 1.8% daily interest. 1.8% daily interest. I don't know who the rep is, Jay. You're talking about Vortic, presumably. 1.8% is only available to people that have deposited $5,000 and elected for the compound plan. You've not got to be selecting plan B. You couldn't select plan C anyway because that's $10,000. So you can't select plan B. You've got to select the compounding plan, and it's got to be $5,000 or more. And if you get that, you will get 1.8% daily. You don't get it paid into your account though on that compounding plan until the end of the period, which I believe is 30 days. It's not a plan I like. I think you can do better than 1.8% daily by doing your own compounding, and we've got a spreadsheet that shows you how to do that. Even if you're only at the $2,500 level rather than 5,000, you only get 1% per day at the 2,500, between 2,500 and 9,999. But if you compound that manually, you will achieve better than the 1.8%, and you have control of your money. You get it paid into your account every day. If you can do $10,000, which we got together as a group and did, then you make 1.2%. You can definitely do a lot better than the 1.8%. And once again, you have control of that on a daily basis. I really don't like the compound plan at 1.8%. It's $5,000 or more to get involved in, and the whole of your funds are locked up until the last day when you get everything that is due to you paid out then. It's I suppose a personal choice, but it's not one that I would ever go for, and I've made that plain in my spreadsheet presentations that I've done, and we have a spreadsheet that'll help you. Okay. I was talking to a rep in their chat room. Yeah, they have a live chat. talk about 300 or more brings up 1.8% daily. No. That, Jay, is the special promotion. Yeah, if we qualify for the special promotion, we get a gift of $300, which attracts 1.8% daily on that same basis. So you get the 1.8% daily on that $300. It means that at the end of the period, the 30 days or 36 days or whatever it is, I'd have to let me just look at that, and I'll get it for you, rather than he said not being able to find it. Let me just it's 32 weeks, not days, of course. I'm talking days and it's weeks. 32 weeks. Now I've lost Facebook again. Here we go. Yeah, what you get, if we get those 5 people at $300 or more, we get a $300 loan, really, into that plan. Now, you can't get into that plan with $300. It costs you $5,000. But if you get 5 people or more, they give you a $300 position in that plan. And you're in there for 32 weeks. And at the end of 32 weeks, you've attracted 1.8% 5 days a week. And it pays you, I did work it out, but I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it is $876 that you earn on that $300 loan that they give you, because when that loan matures, they take the loan back, but you keep the interest of $870 odd. And from that $870 odd, we pay in advance to the people that got us into that position. Those 5 people, we're going to give them $70 each. So we're actually on top of the 10% we've given them, they get $100 back on their $300 investment. So they get 30%, 33% discount, if you like, that way. Okay. So I hope that helps you, Jay. That is only something that is there if you qualify by getting 5 people at a minimum of $300 deposits each. And then you get that, and it'll be worth 876 or 867, something like that, to you at the end of those 32 weeks. That is why we're running the offer, and we will be using those funds, but we're paying in advance to the members, so you don't have to wait for 32 weeks to get your kickback. You get it as soon as you make your deposit, or as soon as we get those 5 people in. Those 5 people, boom, we'll pay you all out. But that is a challenge. That isn't part of the normal plan. The normal plans are A, B, and C. A, you earn 0.8% per day, 5 days a week, and it goes into your account daily. Plan B, you earn 1%, 1% per day, 5 days a week, and it goes into your account daily. And Plan C, you earn 1.2% per day, and it goes into your account daily. So I hope that has sorted that out for you, Jay, and I hope anybody else that was puzzled by that. It is a little bit misleading because they show it on your dashboard. I think, let me just have a look again. If we can get the dashboard up. Yeah, they show your current ambassador portfolio as $300 USDT, but you haven't really got that. It's not there. It's the level that you could qualify for if you get those 5 people in at $300 or more each. It is a little bit misleading, but that's what you get, and that's how it all works. There is a video on it that I think the two Mikes did, which will probably, I've not watched the video, but that will probably explain it in more detail. And they had at the time Q&A with Jensen on that. Okay, so I hope that has clarified it for you, Jay. Let's see if we've got any questions in the people that are in YouTube or Twitch. Just scrolling through the comments, see if we've got. I can't see any. The problem is it's easy to miss them when you're scrolling down through the comments, but it looks like that is all covered. But that offer of you getting the 10% back, which is the commission we would receive, is available until the 25th of February, and it is available at, let me get back to Facebook, it is available at any level of deposit. So even if you get in at the minimum level, $50, we'll give you $5 back. If you get in at $5,000, we'll give you $500 back. You know, it's up to you. Ideally, and initially, we said we would only do it on deposits of over 300, because that way it was helping us get qualified for that challenge. But I thought, well, after thinking about it, because I only brought that up sort of in the evening, and then by the next morning I thought, you know, that's not really fair. We've got a lot of people that can't afford $300 and they're not getting the 10% back. So we changed it, and everybody gets 10% regardless of whatever level. Jay says, I'll add some money along the way and hope that Vortex stays around for a while. I like what they're planning to allow bank deposits and credit card deposits soon. Yeah, I think they're going to be around for a while, Jay. I've spent quite a bit of time speaking with Jensen. He's a lovely man. He is very genuine. His accent being sort of German English accent, even though he's born in England, he was brought up and raised in Germany. And I find his accent a little bit difficult to follow sometimes, particularly on the Zoom calls that he does. But it's not so bad if I'm asking him a direct question, because I know what I'm looking for in answers. But if it's sort of general coming out from him, I find it difficult to follow. But I'm sure he is a very genuine person. Of course, there's no guarantees in life. Any business, however solid you may think it is, can fail like that. It can be gone. It's happened to me in the past. I've been involved in things that have been doing very well for me, and all of a sudden they've disappeared, gone without a trace. Not because they were scams, but because usually because they were undercapitalized. There was one occasion where I was doing very well, doing, you know, really, really good income from a plan, and the guy disappeared. From what we could find out was he got arrested for money laundering, but we've never been able to confirm that, whether he just ran off with the cash and put that out as an excuse, or whether he is actually now in jail eating porridge. Who knows? But we've not been able to find or substantiate any of the claims or find out anything further about it. But that was a plan that was really doing very, very well, and it just disappeared. There've been several. Some of them, as I say, for valid reasons. They were just undercapitalized and the business failed. They weren't scams. Some of them have been scams, and we got done. And that is why it's important to have multiple income streams, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And that's why we've tried to bring in-house as many of the plans as we can. But that then defeats the multiple income streams thing, because if something happens to We Share Abundance, I can't foresee it. I have no vision of that. I have no thoughts that could ever happen. But you never know what could happen. If everything was in-house, then that's not multiple income streams. I was talking to a guy who is in a program. It looks a very solid program. They look well capitalized, but once again, you never know. And he was telling me he'd got over 500 income streams. I said, "Oh, that's interesting. What are they?" He said, "Oh, well, I've got this income stream here and this and that." And they were all within the same organization, all within the same company. So that's not multiple income streams. That is different payments from different departments of the same company. If that company goes, he's not got any income streams. You've got to have multiple income streams from different sources, and that's what we try and encourage people with and to do. And the four really that I would advise people to get involved in at the moment are Vortic. I think is probably the lowest risk of them all, but you won't know until 3, 4, 5 years time and see where they are. So there's Vortic. There is Beyond Infinity. Once again, it's only been around for about the same length of time as Vortic, actually. And we won't know about that until it's been around 3, 4, 5 years. And even then, it could disappear after 5 years. But that's two. That's Vortic and Beyond Infinity. There is Funds. Funds has been around a little bit longer, from what we can gather. It's doing very well at the moment. It's not as good as Vortic, I don't believe, because the minimum investment is $100. You've got to pay a monthly fee, and the weekly returns are about little over 3%. You compare it to Vortic, where it's a $50 minimum deposit, a minimum of 4% a week, and no monthly fees. So I'm in favour of Vortic more. Vortic is more transparent in what it's doing. It tells you where the money is coming from, and it shows you evidence of what they've been doing and their trades and how they've gone on. You look at Beyond Infinity and Funds, and they don't tell you where the money's coming from. So you don't know whether it is genuinely being traded and they're making profits, or whether they are a Ponzi. You don't know. But you have to trust. How do you learn to trust somebody? You trust them. And that's the only way to find out if you can trust someone. And it's the same with these plans. And the other one, of course, is what I was talking about earlier, which is AAS. As I say, I'm leaning towards it being an amazing, wonderful plan and opportunity because of the scale of things there. I can't imagine that anybody would be foolish enough to be so public and with such a large following and large scale exposure if they were going to do a rug pull and disappear with your funds. And that is AAS. And I think, you know, those are the four things that I would say are pretty good at the moment. We've got lots more within our downline builder, but if you were to ask me for the four that the first four, those would be it, and it would be in the order of get involved in Vortic if you can. That would be number one. Number two, Beyond Infinity, because you're only looking at $15 after you get our rebate, and all of these you can be totally passive in, and this is another reason why I recommend them, because people like passive. And the funds, you can be totally passive in that as well, but it's going to cost you $110 minimum to get involved in that. And if you're at that minimum level, it's going to take you a while to get into a decent profit situation because of that $10 monthly fee. And fourthly, a freak arbitrage system, and we'll have to wait and see. The jury's going to be out on that for a while, but at the moment it seems to be doing very well. If you do put in a withdrawal request, it hits your account very quickly. That doesn't mean they're safe. There was a program called COPTS, I think it was, and if you put in a withdrawal, that hit your account very quickly. But they did a rug pull, and a lot of people lost money with them. We never really trusted COPTS. We knew the risks that were involved, and we made those clear, and we managed for most people to break even or make a tiny profit. But with AAS, I feel more confident. I feel it's medium to high risk, and probably a little bit more than medium to high risk at the moment, but it may well come down to something lower. I think that Vortic is pretty low risk. I think that funds and Beyond Infinity are probably medium risk. They're both on about a par. And at the moment, I would put AAS a little bit more risky than those. But it could all turn on its head. We have to wait and see. Okay, that pretty much covers everything I've got for you. Told you where we're up to. We are waiting to get those campaigns done. That's mostly out of our hands now. Unless they come back wanting more things from me. And we will get those campaigns run as quickly as we possibly can, and that will benefit everybody, especially, of course, the members of the Cash Cow program. It'll start pouring cash into their pockets, but also into the liquidity pools, and that can only be beneficial for everyone. Okay, with that said, and no more questions here, I don't know whether we're still streaming. It should be, I think. Am I back here? Yeah, it's still working. That was my error. I can't blame Melanapp for that. I clicked on the wrong place and lost the tab. So I'm going to just check the chat in there now. And it looks like everything is good. So with that said, I'm here every day at 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly with all the updates, the news, answering your questions, trying to be as transparent as we possibly can be. And we've done that since we started almost 3 years ago. We are now in a position of strength. We are building on solid foundations, and we are looking forward to great progress throughout 2023. Until tomorrow, be WISA warriors. Get out there, share some love and abundance. Share your good fortune with other people. Help them out, even if it's with a soap coupon, success on the plate coupon. You get them given to you free. You give them to somebody else. They get a paid position in the Easy Business Builder, and they get coupons that they can give away. When they give those coupons away, they earn $3 on every coupon they give away. There's a lot of people that need $10 or $15, and they can make it by giving away 4 or 5 coupons. And you have the power to unlock that for them. It doesn't cost them anything. It doesn't cost you anything. And of course, you'll make $3 for every coupon you give away as well. Okay. God bless you all. Be WISA warriors. I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'll feed the sane, or see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. Be WISA warriors. See you later, alligator. Whoa.